Greetings everyone, and Great here with another Age of Empires 4 replay. Wait, I think I've done this one. Nope, no. It was a different map I'm thinking of. My apologies. Small on top left side as the green Macedonians, we have EL.loueMT. Small on bottom right side as the orange English, we got Yip. When it comes to the map generation, this map has gold and stone in the center, 2 large gold, 2 large stone off the sides. And not to mention off the smaller sides, we've got quite a bit of resources. But even more off the sides, we've got quite a bit of shrubbery there for hiding. Hence the term, I think the name of this map is called Flank Woods. Meant for flanking. There also is a trade post in the center of the map. Of course, it's Macedonian, it's not Byzantine, so no mercenaries to claim. When it comes to the age of Macedonians, of course, have access to Grand Winery to get silver, or Imperial Hippodrome to get a handful of champions, which are particularly good. And over here, you got the Abbey Kings now being selected for the English player. We got the Grand Winery going on up for the Macedonians, which of course acts as a mill and monastery. Villagers gather food 30% faster when affected by its aura, so basically like the farming aura of the English is a good counterpart. Relics get inside, garrison generates silver rather than instead of gold. We'll also be putting next to the berries there, and along with the sheep here as well. Looks like we found a good number of sheep. Get some good food generation for the meantime before building out any farms. Definitely need to start eyeing the Varangian war camp relatively soon to get some replacement units. It is pretty cheap at 50 wood, so it's meant to be a free building effectively. Small deer deposit way over here. It's sort of strange. There's no other corner one, just one off the edge here as well. Oh, this player had a small deer deposit spawn to where he spawned. Actually, same to the other side. Small deer deposit here. Ah, there's the other part. Oh well. There's small deer deposits. We may see professional scouts being researched by one of these players. Let's wait and see. Varangian arsenal now being pulled in the field, which can be upgraded to an outpost. Oh, a good idea. The mining camps become high priority target to take out since they do provide a constant silver generation. English part does go for a secondary town center. So, going for a bit of eco play. You have the king still being employed in the field. You can also potentially ignore the armor of his unique archer, or arsenal, not the war camp. Sometimes I get those mixed up. Stronghold, that's what I'm looking for. Moving around. Scout is here. A gold vein still being obtained. You now have the professional scouts or survival techniques now being researched by Orange. One villager does go down to the king. King took a bit of damage. Yeah, a lot of damage. The king is dead. Oh, we got a fast castle for the Macedonians. First system to first hill. Let's see, what does this one provide again? Instead of providing individual units health regen, if used, can use charges to boost work rate of military and research buildings. If used in mining camp, provides or mining camp, lumber camp, or farm, you earn 160 of that said resource over 6 seconds. Very nice. So this could potentially give you 160 resources per minute? I don't remember how fast the charges get generated though. Guess we'll have to wait and see. I think it was like every 60 seconds? Could have been longer though, I just can't remember. Looks like every 90 seconds, so not a... Nope, does deploy out on top of the wood, on top of the gold. The last one on top of stable. Going for some as unique Radaris. So 160 divided by 2 times that by divided by 3 times it by 2 is effectively how much gold to get from a mining camp. So 160 divided by 3, what is that? That does not even divisible, is it? 4, 5, which leaves 10, which is 3, so about 13.3 repeating. Times that by 2, so that'd be 26.6 repeating gold per minute. No, that math is completely off. It was 50. My offhand math is horrible right now. 53 times 2, so it'd be approximately 106 times 0.6 repeating gold per minute it can provide. Not terrible. Nice to have. It's a bit more situational. Of course, that's been manually being activated. Green Smoke trying to claim some relics. Each player has enough gold to age on up. You can do now have a Rodari pull on the field. Your Rodari with upgrades, as you can see here, got the +3 damage upgrade. Effectively becomes a age 4 heavy cavalry without a charge attack. Well, it has age 4 damage. Because as, no. Knights go 19, 24, 29 damage. Basically put the Rodari are basically a melee cavalry, no charge cavalry. They have higher DPS in exchange for no charge ability. They do still have access to the Rune Stone ability, which is very nice and situational. We got a good number of Rodari here. Monk trying to pick up that relic now. But maybe escorting that one back. It's our relic here as well. He's going to try to obtain. Put inside the Grand Winery, get some good silver income. Does save the prelate there. Throws the axes there. I forgot they have the throw axe ability, which allows them to do 15 melee damage at range. Looks like prelate does drop the relic. That's a large number of angry men of pointy sticks there. Got their unique archer here, which is in fact the same as regular archers. Weighted a little bit more in. No, this costs actually 10 more, but does have the ability to ignore 2 armor, but become 50% slower, so a bit more effective versus heavy units. Everything else here seems the same from regular archers. Spear being picked up by the Rodari. Since Rodari are a bit more focused on melee, they don't get spear brace all too often. Plus they can just throw axes to help deal with the spearmen. Monk now picking up this relic, trying to get it here. This relic can still be obtained, and not mention those 2 relics. Green maybe I'll obtain all the relics. So far, orange is not even aged on up. Has enough reason to age on up. Goes for the white tower here. We do not have the veteran archer research. Castle Age now complete. You can also go for some knights here. Probably a good idea to help deal with our Rodari immediately. Right now, the English player does have 60 villagers versus 41. Another product going down to the king. Now the king has aged up, gets some boosted stats. Another monster going up for placing the relics. Because right now he has 3 relics, which only can fit in the Grand Winery. 4th and 5th relic has to be deposited into a monastery, which maybe shouldn't put it on the front line. Oh well. Pumbaa now being seized. Goes for an outpost while at it. No unique monster research. Oh, looks like he has not researched the +3 damage on his Radari. When you get this, then his base damage with Radari gets put up to 29, making the same melee damage of Age 4 Knights and Lancers. Of course, I don't have the same health, but still. Radari become an excellent brawler cavalry. Exotic doggos gets put down. Good amount of silver so being generated, 128 per minute. After the gold mine gets cleaned up, he may want to encase that mining camp in walls to keep it safe. So it does go down there. King here taking a bit of damage. More of the cistern being summoned. He did use, you can see there, he used armor piercing ability. Radar gains some good damage there on the king. His forces are starting to fall back. I sort of wonder, how does this armor-piercing effect interact with the percentage armor of siege weapons? I assume it just doesn't interact with it whatsoever, but I have no idea, honestly. Hey, it reduces by 2%. Woo! It wouldn't surprise me if it does. It wouldn't surprise me if it doesn't. +1 range damage not being researched by the English player. We also got level 3 cavalry armor and health by the Macedonian. Number of knights here. They of course ignore half of its armor, or a little less than half armor, 40% of its armor. Radar pulls out the axes, does take out the scout there. That villager gets impaled. Radar do actually move faster than normal heavy cavalry. They move at similar speed as the Sofas and the warrior scout. Not as fast as horsemen though. But they become a decent brawler cavalry, like I said. They have not researched the advance for their +3 damage there. Need 1,000 silvers for that. Ruinous blinding. Varangian arsenal can now craft more lethal arrows, causing their archers to have their damage reduced by 20% for 5 seconds. Causing hits by the unique archer reduced damage by 20%. Very nice. I wonder if that means in general or part of the unwavering focus. Yeah, probably just in general. Makes a nice little fire support unit there. Did cost a bit of silver though. The king is getting impaled. The king is dead. The English player is not close to aging up, going for veteran spearman. Macedonians don't really need to age up anytime soon until they get enough silver for the additional upgrades. The only thing they can get from aging up is the elite research, which is nice and all, but not really critical. Almost enough silver. Has enough silver for the +3 damage on the Radari. With this mana Radari, he should be eyeing that. Is going for that now. I was going to say eye for that very quickly. Oh, it looks like since they're at 26 damage right now, since this one has no melee armor, needs level 2 melee armor, and him not to get the +3 damage. And so right now he will 2-shot villagers. Textiles put him 3 shots of villagers. We can stop him as getting +3 melee armor and hope he does not get this research. So these units with their higher movement speed, they should be actually decent in raiding villagers. And right now they're almost elite knights with their stats. With that +3 damage, they basically are. And not to mention the additional health they get from their armor upgrades is very nice for them as well. Oh, we got a Macedonian placement here. Since his opponent can't get additional range damage upgrades, these Macedonian placements can be particularly effective since they give them +3 damage rather than just +1. Villagers getting ripped apart there. Gets a fortified outpost at least. Yep, right now it's at +2 damage, +2 times 3. Knights heading back down south. Got the White Tower here. Good number of farms. Remember, this is English. The number of villagers here. But, and that single raiding cavalry, Radari cavalry, will probably be forced them back. Good number of Radari there. We do have now range defense, armor of rangers by 1, health by 5%. And of course other economic upgrades. Looks like this guy's on patrol move. Bit of walls going down. Minor constellation prize. Another Macedonian placement somewhere. That is a good number. Unique archer. He still has access to crossbowman if you ever get the structure for it. But these guys can be intermediary with their bonus stand or armor pierce capability. Plus, if you blade down this, they get +1 range. Melee damage increased by 1. Or no, that's range of weapons by 1 tiles. Yeah, and +1 range, not range damage. We'll help them out. We got the Palpatine school now being pulled in the field. He shall become the Senate. For the Macedonians, does provide allow you to build cataphracts for silver, which both the final landmarks for the Macedonians allows you to spend silver on unique units, which quite frankly they need a lot of silver still for other upgrades. So going for cataphracts for them may not be super important right now. Another reason why Macedonian is a bit more of an age 3 civilization than an age 4 civilization. Does plow runestone there. See a bit of damage debuff there. Got a good number of longbowmans. Got the elite Radari upgrading on the way. Orange getting a little split up. His longbowman pretty far away. Archer still set a separate way. We've got another runestone. So we're just going to stand and fight here. This could be the end of the game. You're now the elite archer research in the way. More cistern charges. Currently, he has 0 charges. He's been doing a good job of consuming them. Oh, it does pull on the farm, which... I didn't realize you actually deploy it directly on farms. They had to deploy it on mills. Either way, Berkshire Palace not being pulled in the field. The king is dead. I'll use the unwavering focus right now, just get a little bit of armor penetration, which will help out even versus the passive armor. Oh, got trampled there. Got a cataphract now applauded in the field as well. Richard now has 32 damage, while the Rodari have 34 base damage as well. Quite frankly, the cataphracts only offer more health, and I think, yeah, just more health, and of course the trample ability. Because Rodari, I don't think it's a good idea to go for cataphracts at the moment. He has gone for 9 of them at the moment. Got the Berkshire Palace being established here. Trying to flank around. Those Berkshire Palace will be complete. Trebuchet sitting on up. I think the Trebuchet is simply going down. Not a lot of surface area for the Rodari to actually engage. Does hit some of these outlying units now. Berkshire Palace, of course, deployed in the field. Does get the market and something. Rodari and Cataphracts rotating around. A couple of these archers still firing away. Longbow now under fire. Looks like another runestone established here as well. And now the Berkshire Palace is going to be torched on down. Right now these guys have 21 torch damage. You get, let's see. The Berkshire Palace does have 6 fire armor. Attack speed of the throwing axe is faster than the torch. You actually have higher DPS if they switch to the throwing axes rather than throwing torches. So the Berkshire Palace has 6 fire armor, reduces damage of these torches from 21 down to 15. Throwing axes have 18, not to mention higher attack speed. So yeah, throwing axes are higher DPS. And Canadian is now being pulled up by the English player. I mentioned throwing axes can help you range the village if they pop out one side. Berkshire Palace still set ablaze. Berkshire Palace has been set ablaze. Villagers slowly going down. The English player still has 109 villagers. Berkshire Palace will looks like to be going on down. More spearmen being brought on in as well as hand cannoneers. Not too many villagers remain. 3 villagers remain. More villagers being brought on forward. Berkshire Palace has 400 health remaining. Say more villagers here. Spearmen advancing. The Berkshire Palace may actually be saved. Another round of cataphracts. More Rodari being summoned. I think those were summoned from the Boer camp. Berkshire Palace is now 1,000 health. We have now the cataphracts trample on top of the hand cannoneers. 16 villagers inside of the Berkshire Palace. Green's now falling back in Berkshire Palace. Berkshire Palace has been saved. Its radius is pretty far. We'll hit a large number of lumber camps that are lumbering around. The Palpatine School, yeah, save the silver for the arsenal upgrades, I'll say. We now have the siege weapon health by 5%. We have the elite horseman research on the way, and as well as enclosures. Yep, against anything with fire armor, the throwing axes will be better. We do not have the cross-cut saws now being researched. Relics inside of here. Green does have every single relic. These 2 relics have been set free. So I got some archers being researched. Got also the armor clad being researched as well. One thing I do also make an assumption is I'm assuming that pulling out the throwing axis does allow you to target buildings. If that's simply not the case, then of course pulling out the throwing axis does nothing. Though it could allow you to hit those villagers from a nice safe range of 4 tiles. Outpost under fire. More cisterns now being summoned. We got a good number of units here. We're already now pursuing these horsemen. Those are trying to build an outpost to collect up Pumbaa, who has only 200 food left. Don't need an outpost for that much food left. The armor attack is now on the way for the English player. He has right now 56 spearmans. Could probably go for more melee armor, or melee damage. Level 4 cavalry armor being researched. Giving him +4/+4 armor in total. More archers being summoned. One of the relics being picked on up. He could try a Wolol. I think he should advance to try to go for Wolol. There's not many ranged units there. There's one hand cannoneer. Up north, we do have just a horseman being picked on off. Macedonian place here. Got a pair of trebuchets as well. Villagers repairing up the trebuchet. I thought they were going to shank the horsemen. As well, got to keep this mining camp alive. This mining camp does provide a decent amount of silver. 152 silver per minute. Radari now advancing. Trebuchets engaging the red or the Berkshire Palace. Archers pursuing these spearmen. Very nice. Radari getting some good hits there. Some of these Radari hitting some of these hand cannoneers while at it, as well as trebuchets. Spearmen should just be at this point, or archers need to be general A move after those spearmen. Got some villagers here. Casting some of these guys over those villagers would be a good idea. Horsemen being pursued by some Radari now. Most of the Berkshire Palace will be going on down. Ooh, that's a pile of silver there. He's at 3,000. He must got the upgrade to give him +20 silver per nearby ringing unit upon killing off a landmark. There's more reasons why for him to actually go for it. He probably got it researched when he got this nearby. Oh! Wait, did the villagers partially build it and then then destroy the partial build, get another round of silver? That's a probably an unintended interaction. Him finishing off the partial scaffolding gave him another pile of silver. That's probably a bug. Green probably did not mean to be that an exploit. But still, that's definitely probably a bug. Most of the extra tab has been removed now. He has all the cavalry armor, looks like, researched. Or he just had one just finalized now. Last one does cost 4,000. All his cavalry has +5/+5, which means they have just as much armor as Berkshire, Menmore Palace, Holy Room Empire Knights. So this green force is very well kitted out. These archers are just slightly above, not actually great at the moment. They do have a little bit extra health going. They do have +3 damage. No incendiary arrows because you don't have university tech. Archers is adequate right now. His cavalry are very well statted. No melee damage for them just yet. Maybe go for a little bit of the other upgrades since they're cheap. Like, yeah, this one here, +1 damage for 175 silver as opposed to 4,000 silver. And cannoneers and spearmen in good numbers. Archers will be good counter both of them. Pushing out through this infrastructure. Got a cannon placed inside the White Tower. Got another pile of silver there. And with that, he was able to get 4,000 silver for the next one. So it's kind of going to be extra tanky right now. Each one does apply plus 5%, so 6 times 5 is 30%. Royal Bloodlines Curse has plus 35%, but the extra 3 armor is quite significant. I mentioned the Rodari have higher base melee damage now, 34 as opposed to 29. Yep, Rodari can be very well statted compared to Royal Knights. Their attack speed's also faster as well. They are usually Knights attack speed is 150 or 1.5, not 150. So this is Keshik attack speed while at it. These Rodari are very, very well statted. 150 health, 3 armor, so these guys will do 30 damage per strike. So they will take out Spear in 5 hits. So he doesn't even need plus 1 damage to break through to take out those spearmen any faster. So yeah, they don't need any additional damage against them. With the amount of horsemen nearby, he can always go with the armor-piercing arrows in order to ignore some of the armor. Not to mention all of the armor his opponent's research can be ignored as well for the spearmen. Green does explode Sacred Sights now. 9 minutes 20 seconds, so not going to be researched too quickly. We have some more cataphracts in the build queue. Good number of Rodari, good number of the archers. Horsemen moving around, got a good number of hand cannoneers. He does not have Serpentine gunpowder at the moment. That could help him with mobility when dealing with all the cavalry. Set us up a little bit better. Archers firing away. Rodari and horsemen push way forward, but these archers are still being picked on off. Abbey King's course can provide some help for Gen to these units outside of combat. Green's trying to fall back there. And Cannoneers in a good position, just firing away, now getting fixed down by some archers. Horsemen being pursued by horsemen. Right now they're just fighting horsemen, elite horsemen now on the way. They have 202 health thanks to all of his upgrades, as well as 6 melee armor. So these horsemen are particularly tanky, aren't they? 9 range armor, so even crossmen will have trouble piercing their hide. They will. Archers, even with Cinder arrows, won't be able to do much damage versus them. Horsemen still being pursued by the horsemen. Got +2 range damage now being researched, or range armor for his, well, range units. Giving them actually a little bit more tanky is probably a good idea. Looks like Orange getting a little bit desperate, collecting up wood, even collecting up the trees. There's still this tree deposit here, so I'm not sure what he's exactly eyeing. Orange horseman being picked on off. Orange. There's some villagers here. Horseman intercepting. A Varangian arsenal here. This mining camp should be a high priority target. We're now providing nearly 400 silver per minute. Taking that out would be very nice. As the king has went down once again. Orange push me forward, or Green's push me forward here. And can do some defense. Looks like there's conflict everywhere. Both Orange has a good number of villagers. Green has a larger force in the field. Not to mention much higher quality. 10,000 value versus 6,000. White tower firing away. The white tower is of course fully upgraded. Green's now starting to fall back out of this region. Some of those are going down. So we got triple relic inside of here, providing nice even 240 silver per minute. So we're going to clean up those units there. The second site is still being neutralized, but it won't be for longer. Does look at this mining camp there. A couple more siege workshops being established here, including a lumber camp. Got a Macedonian placement here. Probably just trying to camp the Berkshire Palace from these stray villagers. Of course, right now with +4 range damage, the Macedonian placements have +4 damage times 3, which is a very nice one for them. We got 11 damage times 3. Looks like more range armor. We've got siege weapon health as well as lightweight beams. So Green's going to try to finish off with some siege weapons. We've got Creo siphons. One probably being built on the field, the other two are being queued on up. You always go for more building health while at it. I mean, the first level upgrade is at least a little bit cheaper to help keep these outposts alive. Radarian and horsemen with some cataphracts push on in. All these guys are pretty softened up by that Macedonian placement. For some villagers here. As all those cannoneers very quickly. A couple siege workshops there, a couple Creo ciphers now deployed in the field. Ciphers starting to push their way forward. Got some of these units push forward, trying to find some farmers. Looks like around here. We can start pushing forward with these forces. Got some longbone. Right now they're doing 12 damage. We'll do nothing versus the Rodari, who are at 11 range armor. Over here, looks like Rodari engaging these horsemen. Horsemen right now have 16 damage, which they are going to do 5 damage per strike against the Rodari. That's not good. Horsemen are just, those horsemen just now no longer useful other than raiding tools, harassing tools. Creo siphons melting down some of the structures. Got some horsemen here. I think the Macedonian players are sort of going to be running loose. He has 3 more sets of cataphract queued on up. Has been some more of a silver on something. Looks like going for more melee damage in his cavalry. Creo siphons in very good numbers. And we're letting a lot of this infrastructure. Each player is actually getting below maximum population cap, and there's more houses there for Green to home rep. I mentioned for Annihilation Victory, we got the Abbey Kings, the Capital, and the White Tower all here, so they're all within range. More Creo siphons queued on up by a large number. Some of these units be accumulated by the Creo siphons that have actually been useful. There were also that been useful, because I remember when it first released, it was very good, and it got quite a bit nerfed to just a bit more of a flavor effect. More silver now from the Abbey Kings. And looks like Green's just smashing through, taking out everything Orange does resign now. This is Angrade saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.